and welcome to Wolf Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Knittin' Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. We're coming to the end of October. Every month we have a scent of the month, and we discount that 25%. So we're coming to the end of October, which is candy corn. So you got a couple days left if you catch this podcast right away to get 25% off. That's the lotion, soaps, bath salts, candles, anything that's candy corn. Hey Sadie. Sadie coming out to say hi. And we're going into a new month. So in November for fall season, we're doing pumpkin spice. So pumpkin spice will be on sale, 25% off, starting the 1st. So you can swing on by and check that out, and the other specials that we have at Wolf Farms. Another thing is Thanksgiving, Halloween. Let's see. Halloween. See, I am the treat.
Instant witch. Just add candy.
So yeah, we got Halloween is right around the corner, and Wednesday, yes it is.
The 31st.
The 31st. And so we're...
Oh, that's also Allison, Hollywood Knitter's birthday.
Oh, wow. That's
just kidding.
Happy birthday. But if you place an order on the 31st, $10 or more, not including shipping, and put in the comment section, trick or treat, we'll send you out a free lip balm with your order. So that
I thought you were just going to say we're going to send you a treat.
No.
Okay.
Well, they got to know what they're getting, so you're getting the lip balm. But we got to choose. It's kind of like the door. You go to the knock on the door. You may not get M&Ms, but you get Snickers instead. So, as you can see, I'm feeling better. Dawn's been
feeling better.
Yeah, she's been dragging this week, and so yeah. So the comedy is back, as you can see. Got that on my shirt. So we're wearing our humor. But yeah, so put in.
Welcome to new viewers if you're just checking us out, and howdy ho to returning.
No, you just okay, off on our own. That's okay.
Oh, you weren't saying nothing.
I was getting ready to. It's okay. I still love you. Okay. So let's get the show on the road. Farm happenings. We've been busy. Well, we've been busy, actually. It seemed like this weekend's really, really busy. Got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Let's start with the beginning of the week. My dad had his second surgery to remove cancer, and found out Friday that they got it all this time, so he is now cancer-free. He does go back in tomorrow to close up the ginormous hole that's here, and to have some plastic surgery because, they dug so much out that they gotta fill it in like an old backhoe.
Stitch it back up, yeah. So he
that
goes back in.
Great news, though.
Yeah, and he'll be. This will be the last round, and so he can get to recovering because he's been dealing with this for about a month now, at least.
At least.
So yeah, so glad to hear that it's all free and clear, and they can put them back together, and he can
get back
to
the
normal
wall again. That sounds like Humpty Dumpty. You had a great fall.
And so, so that's a good news.
Cabin fever, so that's going to be good.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to drive or anything because he's kind of
he can't
bandaged up.
Yeah,
so
like a mummy.
So yeah.
So then later in the week, Sadie. That day.
It was Monday. Monday
she had a little
lump on her
side. But I just doctored it because I didn't know if it was just a little cyst thing. But then come Friday, she had another little hole
on her stomach
and
area.
And she was yelping and
yeah. Thursday she was acting fine, and then Friday she was just
she
not
could barely
feeling good,
walk
and so we thought, well, we need to take her up to the vet and see what's going on.
So we took her in there, and the nurse, he got he looked at it and he got really excited. And he's like, oh, cool, I know exactly what this is, but I'll bring in the doctor. And it's actually Cutabra. It's spelled cuter bra, but it's Cutabra worm, and it's from a botfly, and that's usually near horses. But
they're also around squirrel holes,
and she loves
rabbit holes
to dig near the squirrel holes and chase the chipmunks. And
if you listen to our podcast, we have squirrels. But yeah, so I guess they lay their larva around the hole, and then the animal ingests it, and then these neat little critters incubate and come out. And they were kind enough to give us the one that they took out of sea.
They showed it to us, and they go, "Oh, that's not showing."
There.
They go, "Do you want it?" And I thought, yeah, I got a 15-year-old son. Yeah, I want it. Sucker is still alive.
And they pulled that out Friday.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then the nurse is so excited. It's freaky how excited he gets about it.
Even the doctor, she got
well,
quiet.
she was, but not...
Worms are sexy. He's a worm farmer,
He's got a worm farm. The first thing that popped into my mind was Dumb and Dumber. They have the worm farm in the middle of their living room. Thinking, okay, this guy was... special.
He's nice. He's very
he's very talkative, but I mean, worms are sexy. As soon as that came off, I'm starting to think Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber.
So they're all out. They gave her a whole bunch of fluids because she had a high fever, and antibiotics, and so if there's any more in there, it'll kill it.
Yeah, and then they suggested using HeartGuard.
HeartGuard for this.
Even though it's not approved to treat this particular worm, the same medicine that's used to treat this worm is in HeartGuard.
Right.
And so they recommend that to give to her, and it's like a monthly...
Since she is a digger, you know, so they said they've never had a repeat customer.
Well, they seldom have a repeat. Is for some reason they get it once, and then after that, then they don't usually see the same dogs coming back. But
our luck.
Yeah.
So, I guess this is quite common though for horses, that these flies actually know to lay it on the front legs, so then the horse, you know.
Ingest that, and then So it was quite.
So see, we're doing the gross for the podcast.
Our spooky, just what you guys wanted to see. So
how perfect is that, though? We're not dressed up like Cinderella and Prince Charming like Lauren, but we bring the gross.
Yeah, we got the scary costumes. So that was our Friday, and Friday was like I was driving all over the place. Busy with the vet twice. We had to. The vet's probably about 20 minutes away, and so we took her up there, had to drop her off, and then we had to go back out there to pick her up. They got it all done at the same day.
They had to surgically remove these ones.
Yeah, they just gave her a sedative and a local, and so she wasn't actually put out, but we had to leave her up there. So, and then I'd gone and picked up stuff for our other new residents on the farm.
Yeah, Kyra Kitty thinks it's funny that, you say no new animals, and then I plurk the pictures of coming home.
Think of the no new animals as a brake pedal. It doesn't keep the car from moving, it just slows it down. So actually yesterday I spent time welding up the new gate and stuff for the goat area and finishing up that whole area. Got it all the fencing tied down and the gate up and cleaned up and ready for our new
acrylic goats. My mom called me. She goes, "Have you got your acrylic goats yet?" And I'm like, "Acrylic goats?"
They're red heart.
They're Angora goats.
So, yep. So we are podcasting a little later today. Not that you'll notice because it'll be up at the usual time. But we went out this morning and picked up our 2 girls. We got 2 girl Angora goats. One is I guess she's about 9 months, 8 months.
One was born in February, and then the other one was born in April.
So,
but since today is Manda Knits Psycho, or Hello Lovely, however you know her's birthday. Happy birthday, Manda! We're
just
naming one of them Manda, but you got to say Manda, Manda. And we've been calling the other one Nancy, but we don't know for
We're
sure.
still kind of up in the air on the names.
But when you say their names, you got to do that because that's the sound they make. Amanda.
So
happy birthday.
So yeah, so we've been pondering the ideas, and if you can't do it in a goat sound, then the name won't work.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
because Susan, it just doesn't work. I can't get it. That just
and there's no cartoon.
There are no cartoon girl names.
There's some boy cartoons. Aladdin, one of those he turns into a goat. The prince that turns into the goat. I can't think.
Turned into a llama.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
See, I don't watch cartoons. Please excuse
That
me.
was Aladdin's New Groove, or Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I remembered it.
Yeah, see.
He's a llama.
Okay. How long ago has that been? Guess that means we got a name for our llama if we ever get one, huh?
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's not too many goats. I was thinking
He laughed at me.
Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe book, or the movie.
Oh, the goat
They have the
guy.
goat, but they're all boys, all the goats. And then the Percy Jackson has his protector guy is a goat too, half goat. But those are all boys. These are girls. Much happier.
For now.
For now. They won't change.
They're saving Wyatt.
Wyatt?
That's what they called him.
Oh, I didn't hear the name. Because the people we got the Angora goats, they're talking about moving to Oregon. They said maybe in June of next year, and we told them that we were considering getting more, but we thought, well, we'll start off
slowly,
easy, just to see how they go. And so we figured we'll start off with 2 girls, and if they decide to move, to give us a call, and maybe we can pick up another a male or something. Because right now I just want to get used to make sure that it's something that we want to, see how it goes.
Continue.
Because we're primarily for the fiber. We'll see.
Yeah.
You know how that goes. No new animals.
So,
remember that. No new animals.
We got to show him. I'm not listening to you. I don't listen to you about
No new
that.
animals. See?
Deaf ear.
It's like the brakes.
Deaf ear.
The brakes are wearing out. See, the brakes wear out, and then they don't stop as quickly, and then you end up with 2 more, and then you got to redo the brakes, and we'll see how long that lasts.
So where are we going to show them?
Oh, well, we got some, I guess we, so I'm sure you're curious about what these goats look like. And it's amazing the size difference between the 2 because they're only 2 months or 3 months apart. Cosmo, you're making me all hairy. I'm going to have to put you down.
I just saw his hand drop hair.
Hi, Cosmo. He's my buddy. Yep.
Yuck.
But they're all 3 months apart. When they grow full grown, they'll both be the same size. But it's interesting the size difference at this point. Cosmo's got me all hairy. So we did some videoing of them so you guys can see. So let's take a step outside.
They're looking at me. You guys gonna talk? Can you talk? Say hello to the camera? Ooh. Come on, talk.
You guys hot? Oh, here's the goat's neighbor, Randy. Hey, Randy. What you doing? You saying hi to your new neighbors? Yeah. You got a muddy head. You guys are being so quiet now.
Come on. You gotta talk. You were talking the whole time. Come on. I bet if I grabbed you, you would talk, huh? Yeah. Grab him to make him talk. What you doing, baby? What you doing? You come back over here to me. Yeah. Say hi. The little one's Manda. Huh, the little one's Manda. I think you might be Nancy. You like that name? Nancy. We don't know what to think of our new home.
Yeah, they're still getting used to it.
And we're back!
We're back. So anyway, so they're still getting used to their surroundings. They hang out with Randy because Randy's their neighbor. So
yeah, they're like all bunched together.
So they kind of hang out together, and but I think they're they got to get used because they were in a herd of. They probably had, what, about 20?
At least.
20 Angora goats all kind of together.
together.
So now they're kind of two, the only two, and I think they're going to have to kind of work out the pecking order. The bigger one is definitely
more aggressive,
pushing the little one around. So hopefully they'll settle in and be happy. So
yeah. And she liked the car. The bigger one loved the car ride home.
Oh, yeah.
She was like going from window to window, and when we would stop and there would be a car, she would
yeah, because we put them in the back of our little SUV, our Xterra, and because we don't have a horse trailer or anything like that, so
we redneck it.
Yeah, we put a nice old blanket down in there and put some feet in there, and the little one just laid down on the way home. Yeah, she
slept the whole way
and
home.
the big one just staring. It was quiet as can be, just looking around. And then when we stopped, when we got off the freeway and we were heading back into the traffic, when we had to stop for red light, it starts talking to the cars next to them.
So we'll have to take her for car rides.
But
cruise
our goat, yeah. Yeah, welcome to the farm. So they, it was pretty, painless.
Be a learning experience.
But yeah, so we went up to the feed store and got the alfalfa pellets and the sweet feed for them, and so we're getting things situated. After we get done recording here, I got to go out and build a shade shelter for them so that they have some shade, so they're not in the sun all the time. At least it's cooling down now. And
yeah, and I was asked on Plurk about, because they get the long hair, which they're normally sheared twice a year, in the spring and in the fall. But since they're babies, we're not doing it until the spring. They're not kidding.
Well, they got sheared late.
Yeah.
They didn't get them done when they normally do in the spring. They got done later in the spring, and so their coat's kind of short.
Yeah.
And they said because they're not kidding, that we could just let them grow out till next spring. So we'll probably just let them get their coat, and it'll be nice and long by then.
But we were asked, in this heat, how do they cope with that? But it's really interesting because in the summer, their hair keeps them cool. Mm-hmm. And then in the winter, it insulates and keeps them warm. So
that's the mohair.
Yeah, that's what the benefit of the whole mohair.
It breathes in the summer, and it keeps warm. keeps them warm in the winter, and so that's why you shear these in the spring and the fall, so that it starts to grow back by the time they need it for the winter and the summer. So And one other thing that they were telling us, this is back when we had first looked at them, was that they can't get wet. They actually, when it rains, they need to stay under cover because the water, they don't do well getting wet. So, why are you looking at me oddly?
Because that little one just fell right through the water.
It's a little bit of water.
Did you hear that huff?
Did you hear that huff?
Yes, I did.
She was getting corralled and she jumped over the big water tub, but we had a little water tub out there too, and she kind of knocked it over.
Yeah, we got to do some like agility things out there because they like jumping over and climbing on things. So.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put out some logs. They like to eat the bark off the firewood, so they'll clean up our firewood for us. Throw a couple logs out there. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they don't eat the shader because I'm going to put some wood sides on it. Mm-hmm. Thought it'd. For now, we'll get something going for it. So, yeah. But yeah, so they're our new addition, and they are not birds because we keep adding birds. We actually got some farm animals now. Yeah. The pig and the goats. I got to start getting ready for the next round, which is probably going to be the alpaca. We got all the corral panels for them. I just got to. Actually, I'm going to probably build a storage barn out there for the feeds and stuff. Because the further out we go, it's getting further from the house. Because we actually have a container that we keep all the feed in, and that's up by the house. And we keep going 20 feet at a time out further past that. So I'm going to, I think, build a barn or something. A small storage barn out that way because that's going to be out where the alpacas are. So, one more thing for my list.
Yep. I keep getting Cosmo hair. Every time he moves over here, it's flighting up.
All right, well, on to...
In the coop, in my Carolyn Girlfriend's knitting bag, I have my Dancing Dog Dye Works Dawn stripey yarn. And I did a little bit of this. It just barfed on me in the car, so I've done a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stripies. I'm getting close to the end of where I can start doing the decreases on the toe.
Now that's your first sock, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just asking so that they know.
Yep, first sock.
Yeah,
so
it's okay.
Yep.
You like that pattern?
Yeah, I do.
So
I really. I'll sit there and play with it and watch it. Size 1s, 2.25 millimeter. See, and I always have my foot measurements in here. So if you don't do this, that's a good idea. You know.
You just plop your foot down.
Well, yeah, and then I have it marked where exactly, 1.5 inches for my toe, or I have 2 inches here. I have your foot done too.
Do you?
It's not in here.
Things she does to me when I'm sleeping. I don't remember sitting on a piece of paper. I sleep like the dead, so she could probably get an outline of my foot without me ever knowing it.
Yeah. I'll just do that. I'll cast it in the. And then the other thing in my coop, which I moved into my donkey bag, bird leg bags, is the Ripple Rock shawl, which I keep forgetting to mention that this was gifted to me by Knittables at one time. And I have no idea where the dang picture went now.
Here, one more page.
That's the very first one. This is the Ripple Rock shawl by Judy Marples. And I'm doing it in cakewalk yarns for our Harvest Cakewalk that is going from October through November. This is the Sincerest colorway. Sincerest colorway. And this will be added in for the other color, which is Podcast Junkie. And I did a little bit of this. It was really plucking me yesterday morning. And I'll tell you. So I did about 2 inches. And I obviously have to pay attention more to this because I was whose podcast? Oh, I was watching Knittable's podcast. Yeah, Diane, watching you, and I knit 2 rows on this.
You were making it up as you go.
I did 2 rows with a yarn over after every stitch. There's no yarn overs in this pattern anywhere. I went right back across with something else, and I'm like, why are there those big old honking holes? So I had to back those whole 2 rows out and...
Remember, knitting's fun.
Yeah. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, she totally... It must have been all that yummy Rhinebeck goodie she was showing. I just totally distracted
sidetracked
me.
And...
Yep. Isn't that fun, Fuji? Aren't the patterns pretty? Yep.
Is that all
that
you have?
hole in my... Well, there was something I was really jamming on this week. Jamming. I'm not an 80s child, am I?
Cranking out, huh?
Yeah. What's in your coop, dude?
My coop. Well, I'll mention it really quickly. I'm still working on my grandma's favorite dishcloth.
Did you do much on it?
I did a little bit. I only got a couple rows. Let me pull this out.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's starting to, as you can see, not too far. I think I got 1 or 2 rows on there. But I did cast on another project.
Mm-hmm.
So, something that's got nice yarn. Yeah, I don't really care for the yarn. This yarn, it's kinky and it's got that silvery thread.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard. I'm not going to talk much about that. I'm still working on it, but I cast it on in my. Well, this is in my Bird Like bag. This was the
monster bag.
Yeah, the monster bag. That's right. Ooh. So my project's in that.
Because it's the only boyishy other one I got.
I am doing another wide ribbed beanie. I finished one of those up a month or 2 ago, right? That's sitting over there. But starting another one. This is I'm doing it with Dancing Dogs, Chubby Puppy Aran Weight yarn. And then that is then the Frankenweenie.
So it's your weenie hat.
It's my Frankenweenie hat. So I cast this on last night and got a couple rows done on it. But this is, because I've done this pattern, it's pretty quick for me to start, getting underway with it. Nothing new to learn. I can sit there and just kind of go with it now. So I have a feeling I'll probably make more progress on this than the blanket. I know the...
Look how pretty. I love them colors.
I know that the blanket, I'll probably do a little bit here. It's just, I hate fighting that yarn. That's the worst. So I'm a yarn snob.
Well, you don't want to get to where you're hating the knitting either.
No.
And you don't, because I notice you don't want to pick it up, and so it's like new yarn. It's like, because you really cranked out that hat.
Yeah. Well, it was enjoyable.
And that's what knitting should be. If you're not enjoying your knitting, then...
Yeah. Only do a little bit at a time.
Well, yeah,
so I'm getting there.
Well say that to you, because you do need to finish it.
I know. I am working on it. It's just... It seems like I get less done with yarn I don't like. Yeah. And it's just taking longer because I'm going on that. When I start coming back, I'll probably get it cranked out really good. It just seems like it's taking longer and longer to get the. And for you guys that knit all the time, you're probably like, don't even want to hear it. It's like, but I only have so many. I usually sit down for an hour at night. That's about as much time as I have.
If you even do that, yeah.
And that's about it. And that has to cover everything else that I've got going. So it's my only time I get to relax. But
oh, sorry, I didn't know it was gonna scratch.
Okay. So I got 2 projects. So you guys don't have to keep hearing about this one. And you'll probably see a lot more done here because I could do rounds, and my hands. when I get knitting, sometimes they kind of, I need to give them a break.
Do they like cramp up? Because I have arthritis in my hands.
No, they'll kind of go numb.
Well, that's then your diabetic crap.
But so I can do a couple rounds and I got to put it down. And I'm halfway done with a row when I have to kind of like stop on that one.
Mm.
So this one I just go zoop, zoop, put it down, go back, zoop, do circles, keep my head warm.
Just like a racetrack.
Yeah, just like it. My NASCAR knitting.
Jimmy Johnson won. Woohoo!
Yeah. Martinsville.
Yep. Oh, is that where they were at?
They were at the Paperclip. So if you guys watch NASCAR, then you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's in the points lead now.
Yeah, we're kind of the Hendrick driver. I know everybody's going, oh,
yeah.
God, Gordon, no. Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely
the
camps
24
out there.
remains on the car. The 24 sticker on the car?
Hasn't been.
It's not on the car no more?
It's not on the car. It faded. It's been
I
on there.
don't drive that car.
Yeah, you don't drive that car. But yeah, it faded. It's been on there for about 12 years.
No sticker goes on my car.
Yeah. 12. It's been on there for 12 years, and I had to take it off because it was starting to peel off and fade. So I just haven't gotten another one yet.
Boy, I really haven't noticed, have I?
No, you don't pay attention. So, it's usually the one I take to work, so that one.
So, flown the Coop. This project is so old. I started this February 2011. What is she doing?
Coach, what are you doing? Come here.
This is the February lady sweater. And this is done with Knit Picks something. I don't remember. It's so old. And I just had the arms left to do on this.
Yeah, you have that whole thing done.
Yeah, this week.
Except for the arms.
I did this arm. And imagine this. And I did this arm. There's just two arms because I'm not an octopus. So, yep, it is finished. And another plucked by my knitting. I thought since it's been in the bag and stuff for so long, I'll clean it. What do I do? Because I'm so used to knitting shawls, I just instantly filled up my big old sink with the soak, stuck it in. I thought, it grew. This could have fit. I literally had like 60-some inches.
Turned into a jacket.
It was huge. And the arms were like orangutan. There's like 15 million people that could have fit in this.
And those aren't even full-length arms because they're only...
I made 12-inch arms. I couldn't even get it. They're now like 16 inches.
They've grown a little bit.
Because I tried to smush it after I'm trying to block it out. Because this is a garter stitch and it was really rolling, so I thought, oh, I'll just soak the whole thing.
Guess next time
where I can peel this out. I mean, pin it out.
Soak your...
So I haven't even tried this on since I picked it up from the floor where the cat wouldn't pee on it. So it did fit before...
Oh, see? It still fits.
Before I... I don't know if I'd really button all that. I'll button it for you guys.
So you get the...
You get the fashion show. It's too hot today. It's...
That's pretty
high 80s at least, so that's just, oh, this looks really cute with this. Let's see, it didn't go too big. This arm's longer, isn't it? So, yeah, it's, oh, see, booty shot. I've never done this standing up business. Yeah, it turned out pretty, so it didn't go too long.
No, you're able to scrunch it back up enough.
Had it to where it ends like right there, but
it ain't gonna make a difference.
It like grew big time. This arm's not as long. Like
time to soak one side only, huh? Let it stretch out.
So yeah, that's finally off the needles.
Yeah.
So yay me for finishing that. I mean, that's my goals for, because this is for the Fat Cow with Limited Crochet Podcast, which is finish all the things. So my goals were the Wolf Photo socks, my Wrapped in May socks, and my February Lady. And I put this off till the end because I thought, yeah, I'm not going to dig that old goat out. And so, yay, it's finished. And now, since it's finished, I'm like, sweater, I must knit another sweater. And so, yeah.
Yeah, sweater.
So, yeah. Woo! So, I'm getting there.
Oh, getting there, huh?
The phone called my grandma. She talks to my mother every day, wondering how our dog is. Although I wasn't supposed to say that because you were going to edit that all out. Never mind.
So
these are driving me nuts. It's not a cat you're hearing. This is me dinging.
So I can know where Dawn's in the house. She jingles.
Yeah. To market. Well, since I finished this sweater, I thought, yes, I can start another sweater. That's going to be like my goal is to have a sweater on the needle, socks on the needle, maybe a shawl. So it's...
Well, I know you're anxious for this one. I know that.
So this is the Rocky Coast Cardigan by Hannah Fettig. And this is in the Coastal Knits book, but you can just get it as a plain pattern. So I just bought it. I didn't want the book. That sounded really bad, huh?
Well,
so
no, I know you've looked at the book, and there's really only one pattern you liked out of it.
Yeah.
So you just, it's nice that you can get the one pattern you wanted to do out of it.
Well, there's pretty patterns. I just have done a lot of Alana's, so.
Yeah.
So
at least you can get the one you wanted.
$6. I bought this week. And on my project page, I have it called Moonstone Cardi, because that's like the beach we go to all the time up in Cambria area. Moonstone Beach. And the yarn looks just like the moonstone. So I went, because I copied Manda Knit Psycho. Because she's doing it. And she's doing it actually in this color, which is funny because we were texting back and forth as I was driving to Joanne's. I wasn't driving, he was driving. Because this is California, and there's no texting and
Don't
driving.
text and drive.
And with my Arky accent, the whole little Siri thing, she don't understand me.
I was telling her we should come up with a spot on there where she talks into the phone and you get to see what it is, how it interprets it, because it doesn't understand her accent.
Quite amusing. So I went to Joann's, and I got some Lion Brand Fisherman's Wool. And this is quite soft. I thought it would be itchy.
Well, we're looking at two different colors, and this one was
softer than the natural
other one,
color. This is oatmeal.
And you couldn't tell online the difference between those two
colors.
Yeah,
online they looked exactly the same, and in real life they were like, whoa.
Yeah, it was considerably...
So, James said this had more character.
That's what I said.
So, I got some of these, and they were 25% off, so woohoo. I'd really gone, because I had 3 coupons, because I needed 3 of these, but since they were on sale, I couldn't use them.
Yeah.
So woohoo.
But
still got them on sale, so yay.
Yeah, and that one's got, I know you're mentioning it's got a lot of cabling in this one.
Yeah, that whole thing's cable.
So you're going to have fun with that.
Yeah, and I'm going to do the cables without a cable needle because there's like way too many to, here's a picture of the, full length, so it's so pretty. And I just got a message this morning that Grammy Bug, she's going to be knitting this, so we'll have another person to knit with it.
Cool.
And then when I catch up to Amanda, she's going to start in.
And on this one, they mentioned to look at the errata because of the armhole openings.
The tightening, yeah.
So if you do decide to get that one, then make sure you look at the air.
Yeah.
because there's ways to, I guess, make it more comfortable, more relaxed.
Yeah, cuddly.
Not
Froggy Monkey's doing that
not
too.
Skinny cardigans. These are relaxed cardigans. Yeah, I'm back.
So let's just move on into Squeal Like a Pig. This week, Squeal Like a Pig, Maddie's mama, which is Lori, Lori and Maddie sent me the Sam the Super Frog. And he's so cute. This is a Jenna Krupar pattern. Isn't he cute? Look at that face. He just makes you smile.
Yay.
Well, it's funny because one of the swim teams Jimmy was on was called the
Frogs.
So it's like perfect. So,
yeah. I have to knit him one.
So that was really cool. Yeah, but he's so cute.
Yeah.
And then Apple Blossom SF Sarah sent me a pattern to say hi and that she was thinking of me. And the pattern is actually Brookie's pattern.
Oh.
Brooke Ramos. She's gonna smack me. Brookie's Sweetie on Ravelry. And she was just on her picture was on the podcast last week because she came visiting to the farm. So that's a really cool hat. So I gotta decide what yarn.
I didn't know she was doing patterns and stuff.
Yeah, I told you.
I don't listen to you.
She's got. Yes,
I don't know.
Communication in your marriage is such a wonderful skill to have.
Let me correct that. It's not that I don't listen to you. I don't hear you because I'm going deaf.
That's true. I just.
Yeah.
But see, the bad thing with that is I know sign language.
I don't. Yeah.
So thank you guys, for the awesome patterns, and I got to make that because I've been. Actually, I digged out my big old parka and my hat for in the morning because we're actually getting down in the 43 the other morning.
Yeah, we're getting down. It'll be in the 30s in no time at all.
Nipple freezing
of course,
time.
You guys that have snow on the ground already, I know it's not cold. I got lectured about that before. But it is cooling down to the point where...
But here we get up in the mid-80s during the day, and
we
you're
get
sweating your butt off.
Yeah,
so.
we get wild swings in the fall, so...
And then I got a package. I got two packages in the mail this week. This one is from my buddy, Dancing Dog Dye Works, Michelle. And this, Emma had to make me a picture in it. So thank you, Emma. This will go right next to all my other ones on my... by the TV.
She's very artistic. Mm-hmm. She's got all the animals on there too.
Yeah,
so.
the pig, the turkey, and Don Zoo.
Yeah, that's it. Now she's got to add some goats on there for us.
Yeah. And then Michelle and them sent this card. This is just hilarious. She sees the cute little chihuahua peeing on the pumpkin. And then she found me some candy that is nut-free, gluten-free, fat-free, just fruit juice. So I did open and eat a couple. So far, so good. They're really yummy. It's just straight sugar and corn syrup. No other crap in it. It's like, yes.
Yeah, one more thing to add to the short list of things you can actually eat.
Yep.
They're
And
good.
then in the package, look at this. Oh, this is her Glitter Paws stripey. Does stripe, doesn't it? Yes, Witch's Brew stripe. Look at the sparkles. Can you see the? Oh, please say the sparkles are picking up. Well, now I can't see.
Yeah, but they focusing, I could see.
Okay. It's so pretty. It's black and purple and just, what's that, a chartreuse green? It's awesome. Rad, cool green in it. It's so pretty. So yay. It was my Halloween present.
Awesome.
They spoil me way too much. Hey, that looks really good with my shirt because it has sparkles too.
Well, it's enough to do a shawl, so you like shawls?
It's stripy.
Oh, is that sock?
sock to go with my shirt
Oh, there you go.
that I just got.
Yeah, we just got that today.
Yeah, because he had the Halloween shirts, but I didn't.
You could have worn my other Halloween one, but it would look funny because it's a hairy chest from a werewolf. I don't think that would look too attractive to have a hairy chest on the...
No.
So.
And then I got in the mail from Mail of the Single-Handed Knits podcast. It just totally went out of my head. I was one of the winners for, I think it was the very first little Suck the Vote thingy she had. It's been a while, so I don't even remember. So it's World Circus Regia. And I've never had any Regia yarn. So.
That sock yarn?
But yeah, but look at the colors. Pink and green. Woo-hoo-hoo. And then she sent a keychain. Which it kind of reminds me of, because they showed us different worms at the vet. This is the size of one of them and just how it was moving. So thank you, Mail.
Yeah, thank you.
So that was all of the yummy squealing like a pig's.
Think so?
Yeah. Oh.
What?
Well, back in the pink socks, I should have mentioned that those are for the Knitting Den and the Knit Nerd podcast that are doing Pinktober.
No.
But I spaced. Yep.
It happens.
Yep.
Which one?
Oh, because it says only 11 minutes, and I'm like, wow, we're totally
We're good.
messed up.
I'll kick you when it's time to wrap it up.
So Pinktober, and that is, I've been mentioning along with Kathy about the Pinktober and breast cancer awareness, and this will be the last week for it. And that doesn't mean that you cannot go get a mammogram, or every month you need to be touching yourself and checking and examining, and so want to remember to check your boobies. This is actually a pillow I made my dad years ago. Why I made this for my dad, I don't even remember.
It was a gag gift,
It was
I
a
think,
gag
at
gift,
Christmas
but
time. And,
yeah. It was very hard finding fleshed toned. And I tried entering this in our local fair, and they wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
They said it wasn't family friendly. But yet, they allowed nudie pictures, full nude pictures in the photography area that's right there.
Different set of...
This is not...
Right, different set of judges, I guess.
Yeah.
So
the little tag, it says, warning, breast is best. These boobies just might warm you up. You'll want to hold them till sun up. So cuddle up if you please. They're made just for you to squeeze. So I thought I should have had this when I was talking about mammograms, how they grab hold and they squish it down, and so
that's it.
Check your boobies. So you guys know that there's always going to be some kind of humor on this podcast because we're really 12 years old.
Yeah, we haven't aged.
No.
We stopped a long time ago.
Yes, we laugh at all the pooping, farting jokes, and yep, because we're so mature.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
well, you managed to fit
now,
those in. We were wondering where those were going to pop up and expose themselves.
So I want to remind you of the 2013 calendar that Fitter Knitter, which is Cindy Moore, has, and the money proceeds go for breast cancer awareness and research, and to the armyofwomen.org. The information's in the group. Sock Bunny Knit and Fit, her Pinellas Hope Homeless Hats for Men is ending this week too, I think on the 31st, so hurry it up. Knitting in the Sun is still collecting hats for the Hats for Troops. Artist Maybe, which is the KWAP, which is Kodiaks with a Purpose. She's still collecting hats for the homeless. And if you do a hat for her, Artist Maybe, which I've had the info in our group, Yarnivore podcast. So she's got a bunch of names. Sadie, We Shoot Stars, or Blue Ruin on Ravelry. She is doing a prize for entering hats for this. So you can win a prize there. So don't forget to go enter your hat there.
You have till what, December 1st on that one?
I don't know when Sadie's actually ending her thing. That girl, she's got a wedding she's planning. She's selling her house. It's like she's got her plate full. It's like, woo-wee. So, Silly Frou met her goal this week for her grandma to collect over 100 hats. So, and I think we should shoot for 200 now. And it was so awesome. She did a mini little episode, which I bawled. I just bawled. Because this is really close to me because my grandma is who I shared the crochet and who taught me. And so I really have this closeness of what this is meaning to Wendy. And so she did a mini episode this week and she called her grams on the phone. Not going to cry. So it was awesome hearing her tell her, and knitters are amazing. So keep it up, get your hats to her. She's collecting them till the end of November. I got a message from one of my friends, Michelle, and she's Nitty Witty Shell on Ravelry, and I'm going to read what she wrote me. She has some friends who have a 20-acre farm. It's a whole llama sanctuary, which would be so awesome to go see. But it's in British Columbia, Canada. They just had an earthquake last night. 7.7 earthquake. Ooh, I didn't even put that 2 and 2 together. And anyway, she met them last year when she took a Learn to Spin class, and she's remained in touch since. And they have a vision to create a cooperative community where the sanctuary also has a garden for the community. It has wants to have a fiber processing mill, fiber from the animals. They want to have an education center to offer classes and tours about fiber. They just want to do all these fabulous things. And right now, they were even giving more llamas. So this stuff has kind of been, they're finding it's becoming a big financial burden. Yeah. So they haven't had much in the way of donations. So Michelle was hoping that, I'd mention this on the podcast because we're knitters, we're spinners. This is our thing. The fiber, the llamas, the animals, it's where we get our goodies from. So it's near and dear to all of us, So the organization is called Llamas in the Raw. So if you can make a donation or help out in some way, so I thought I would mention it, and I will be putting this in the group because I don't remember. I have a problem with that lately, is this remembering stuff. CRS, can't remember stuff. So thought I would put that out there, and if you want to help, it would just be awesome. Yeah. So there was I knew I would forget to put this. I'll just do it next week. Because I can't remember the name of the group at all. Oh. So are we? Yeah, So, yeah. All talked out, huh? Yeah, we have a craft fair coming up in a couple weeks that we're doing. So if you're out here local, you can come. Yep, to the Antelope Valley College and check out our good stuff there. Yep. If you're if you're placing an order, any paid order, you can also request a video podcast button in the comments section, and we'll send you out one free. If you're ordering on Halloween, October 31st, place an order, $10 or more, not counting shipping, and put trick or treat in there, and we'll send you something good. Some treats. Yeah, something. Thank you for the iTunes reviews and the messages, and every week we get a lot of good encouragement, and that helps us
get through, and especially when we're like the last 2 episodes have been really kind of dragging.
Yeah, we've been real
sick.
Coopy.
So hopefully this has been a little bit more entertaining.
Cheery.
We've been flashing you a little bit more this go around. But yeah, so everybody have a safe and happy Halloween.
I thought you were going to say Thanksgiving again.
No, we got a little bit of time for that, and have fun out there. And I think that's about it.
So, until next time,
let's get cracking
and hatch a net.
Bye, y'all.